What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading, live trade, fundamental, technical, as well as trading psychology. Now, as a first day of trading week, last week of the month, we can see that the market is doing exactly as we expected in the beginning. We expected gold to push up in the beginning. It has done that. We have seen that initial movement, but still there isn't much volatility yet. So we could expect later today to have some more volatility. And as soon as you see that, we will be looking to enter trading opportunities. So before I begin this session, guys, make sure you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Make sure also you join the free Telegram channel, link below this video, to stay connected before we start the session. So I will be starting with gold, and then we'll look at all the instruments that you can see on the list. Almost everything we'll be looking at. Let me know which one you are more interested on. Also will help me to understand which one you are trading as well, so we can discuss together. First of all, starting with gold, I will be looking at the daily chart. As usual, I always begin with daily chart to see how the market is doing, because daily chart is very reliable and easy to understand, not to higher time frame, not to lower time frame. So looking at the daily chart on gold, now we see that this is the opening candle. On the market opening, we saw that gold, as soon as open, we see initial bounce to the upside. So far we have seen not much but little bit, still there is a bounce. So far we have seen that in a couple of hours we have seen around 30 pip movement to the upside on gold. Now at the same time, if you look at this market high, always high and low is very important. Now if you look at the high of the daily candle, we see that series of lower high. So we can expect to maintain the price, try to maintain a series of lower high. Now if that's the case, if the price is maintaining the series of lower high, we can expect a drop again, and then we could see that bullish momentum. All right, so it depends on completely where the price in relation to the daily time frame. Okay, now from the daily time frame, this is in a zone. If we see that the price in a zone, then we look for reversal on the lower time frame. Now you can see this is the previous daily candle, a long red candle on the daily time frame. We saw that series of lower high been created, and also here you can see there is a long wick candle. What we can expect on gold for the price to give us an entry opportunity for this shorter movement. Let's see on the lower time frame from intraday perspective. Now this is a very long wick candle that we have seen past week during the news has formed, which is an ideal doji. Now what I think that we might see initially, the price is ranging in this support and resistance. So there is still probability for, if the price is going up, not getting enough strength, we might see that the price again coming down or ranging in that zone. Though it is a one candle, okay, on the 4 hour, it is in fact a bigger range. You can see that this is a almost 1800 points movement is possible if the price is a range in between the support and resistance. Now looking at the 1 hour chart, here is the key points. You can see this movement, there is one candle, this is a one candle range that we saw that there was a massive drop here during the news announcement, and with that drop we saw that gold has come down to this important level of support. Now this support is, you can see this is the resistance here. All right, and in the past, and also there is a resistance here, and we saw that there was a change of trend. So this downtrend consolidated here. Okay, it's an ideal change of trend pattern. Okay, so therefore we can expect gold to have some momentum to the upside. Now at this point in this 1 hour, I see that gold is showing very nicely directional bias. So you saw that this is an impulse. the price has come down. You see a couple of sessions, couple of 1 hour candle has formed in a sideway with a channel to the upside. Now at this point, after the previous 1 hour close as a long wick candle, this hour we saw that after coming down here again, the bulls trying to move that price high. So any time we can expect to go long on gold as soon as we will find suitable entry after even breaking this low. Now looking at the 15 minutes to see, and also the 5 minutes, you can see that here gold is this local breakdown. This is a local breakdown, which is an ideal liquidity gap, and because of that we see that gold again trying to make another movement. And for me, anytime if we see that gold is giving us that entry opportunity, we will be looking to enter position on gold. And we see that what I see here, guys, potentially this is a very important level here, right? So we see gold, let me see that. Okay, so here we can see that the price slowly creating, I don't know why my mouse is creating an issue. Okay, put that. Okay, so we see that here gold in that point creating series of higher low, and there is a significant liquidity gap in that zone. Now with this liquidity gap, the price, now you see that this is a bullish pattern locally. As soon as we will find an entry on the lower time frame, we will be looking to enter buy position on gold. For me, you see there is a break here, which is in fact potentially a bullish price action, and we might see an attempt from the buyers to take this price to the resistance level. So let's see, whenever we will find an entry, the previous 15 minutes, you can see there is a bullish pin bar. Here is a liquidity gap. This pin bar was, it was a pure liquidity gap, and with that liquidity gap, we saw that the market has made a move to the upside. So let's find out where we can find the trading opportunity for the next move. And also let me know, guys, how are you doing in your trading? How was your weekend and everything? And then we will be moving forward from that zone. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Usdjpy morning coach, thank you very much. We will be looking at that. Fathy, good morning. Thank you, Fathy. Felix, good morning. How is weekend, coach? Happy to join you again today. Thank you. Happy to join. Thanks for joining. Morning. Hi, coach. Have a good trading week, all user students. NFP week is again here. Yep, we see that there's an NFP week coming up, and we want to see a very good trading week this week as well. Like we had a good trading week. I want to see that this week also having a very good. We see that this week we should be able to see some good movement, as the last week of the month is always very volatile. So let's see on the next instrument. With that gold, we'll be looking to enter position. Let's keep that. In the meantime, let me see the DXY, as DXY will give us a clear direction in the market about all the instrument that coming up in the upcoming session. So we will be looking at monthly perspective on DXY. We can see that from the monthly time frame, this is the monthly price action on DXY, which is in fact this is the monthly candle on DXY. We saw that there was a strong liquidity gap here on DXY. Now with that liquidity gap, the price has gone up to this support level and created this strong bullish impulse to the upside on DXY. Now with this impulse, what we have seen that DXY has broken all this resistance line. Now with that breakout at this point, what we saw that DXY currently above all this resistance, and we can expect DXY to have another bullish momentum to the upside. This is a long-term bull market on DXY. From the monthly, we saw that the price has broken this support level. Okay, this is a support on DXY, and we have seen that that support was broken and the price has created this impulsive move to the upside from the monthly, and we can expect this price to create a new higher high. As we see that from the monthly perspective, DXY gathered liquidity here, and as we saw that there is a strong liquidity gap, we can expect DXY to create this momentum to the upside. If we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective on DXY, this is a weekly impulse. We can expect a correction, and then we can expect another impulse to the upside on DXY. Now, if you look at this market from the weekly perspective on DXY, we can see that there is a significant movement to the upside, has broken all this resistance. We can expect a retest of this resistance here as a support, and then we can expect DXY to remain bullish to the upside. Now, from the daily perspective, what we see that this is the daily doji, and this is what we expected in our previous weekly forex forecast, that DXY to come down to break this low to trigger liquidity and then to create a new higher high. So what I think that DXY might come down here to break the low, to gather liquidity, and then to create another movement to the upside. So from the lower time frame, we can see that DXY we could see short-term downtrend. I think that DXY as expected to break this swing low, and after breaking this swing low, we might see that the price gather liquidity and then to create another movement towards the upside. So from the further lower time frame, we can see that DXY here is the there is an unusual movement to the upside on DXY, and with this movement we saw immediate rejection. The price is consolidating in that area, and we can expect for the price to come down. And you can see this market at this point, the way it has formed this structure here, for me it's unusual to go up to break this high on DXY. Instead, you could see that the market is coming down, right, breaking this low, and then we can expect for the price to move towards the upside. So there is a probability for short-term downside on DXY, and with that downside we can expect for the price to come down to grab liquidity and then to create another momentum towards the upside. So let's see how it goes. We'll be waiting for other instruments such as AUD USD, Euro dollar, and GBP USD based on DXY price action. Now, as you know that all of them will go as a mirror of DXY. So for short term, we see that there is a downside as expected, so we might see that that is reflecting on GBP USD with an upside, which we see that slowly building up that pressure on USD pairs, Euro dollar, and all of them. We see that short-term bullish movement, and there is an imbalance here on GBP USD. You can see we could see that this market slowly breaking to the upside on the lower time frame. All right, guys, I hope that you are enjoying. For those who joined just now on this live session, this live session we start a bit earlier, 15 minutes earlier from the regular time. So if your time zone is changes, so make sure you keep a note down on it. And also in the meantime, guys, smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet, so that the stream is visible to more people. So let me know in the live chat which one you are looking at. Rahul, morning coach, then thank you. Morning. Tanmoy, hi, good morning. Tanmoy, thank you very much. Azim, good morning, the best teacher, thank you very much, Azim, for joining. Brewers, S&P 500, yes, absolutely. Omar, morning coach. Omar, thank you very much. Morning coach, thank you very much for joining. Mohammed Momin. So let's see now on what kind of opportunity we have. So you saw that basically GBP USD and DXY, the gold is pushing high, which is as expected from this level to be bullish. Now from the 5 minutes, what you see that you can see it's after gathering liquidity, it's now creating an uptrending movement to the upside, an uptrending market structure. Let me see where we can find an entry opportunity. So here is you see that this break on gold on the lower time frame, which is a very strong liquidity grab, and the price now breaking to the upside with this impulse. Any kind of a drop or any kind of liquidity grab from this level, we will be looking to go long on gold. Now at this point, you see this market is, the trend is little bit of exhausted. If you look at this 5-minute chart, you can see starting from here, there was an impulse correction. The price was creating series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market structure, and we saw that there is a multiple times liquidity grab, and now the price is again creating another momentum. Now this momentum is in fact very important, because when you see that a market get exhausted, any kind of bullish or bearish trend, it needs liquidity. And the best way for me, I found that the best way to trade the market is based on the liquidity. When you see that a market is gathering liquidity, you see that this market prepared for significant movement, and you can see that this is a very important level of support here. Support here has broken, gathered liquidity, and we saw another movement. Now because it has formed this reversal pattern here, a breakout, we can expect a retest of this previous resistance, turning support here, and then we can expect another impulsive move to the upside. As soon as you will see that, we will be looking for an entry opportunity on gold. Let me know in the live chat how was your weekend and which one you are looking at, to see how we can find the best trade opportunity in the market. Hi coach, good morning. Judy, good morning. Molly, thank you for joining the live session. This week is the end of the month, and end of the month is always very important, because this is where you will see the market, how it is evolving with the market monthly close. If you look at gold from the monthly, because there will be a monthly close, what do we see that on gold from the monthly perspective? See, the market has dropped well below. This is a huge drop in a month. All right, now we see that the market is again breaking, pushing high, gather the liquidity, and we see the market is moving to the upside. Now with that movement, what we see that on gold, currently what I think that we might see further upside, and then we can expect a drop in that direction. If we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is a weekly bullish engulfer, and with that bullish engulfer this week so far, from that zone we expected the price started to move up, and I will be waiting for another bounce. I think that we could see that this bounce, but at the same time, this is the weekly candle that has closed, and with that candle, what do you see? This is the 50% of this weekly candle, which I called a price station. Now what is a price station? That I have created a separate content for that. So price station is where you can expect for the price to have a bounce or a reversal. There is in detail explanation on it, the liquidity zone, extreme liquidity, extreme price zone, and price station that I will post at the end of this week. So make sure you stay subscribed and also press that bell button if you haven't done yet. So I will be posting that content on the channel. Guys, make sure that you stay subscribed by pressing the bell button, and also by subscribing and stay connected with that. So price station is basically what I called a price station. Is if you look at this candle on the daily, for example, this is a daily candle, all right, and this is a green daily candle. Now you will see that the price, if this is a green candle, the market closed here, right? Now in majority of the time the price may not reverse from here, all right, may not. There are some zone that you can in 80%, 80 to 90% of the time you will see that the market will reverse from those zone. What is the zone? Here is the one, here is the one. This is an extreme liquidity zone. So there are some ratio or zone that you can look for potential reversal, and that is what I have explained in a separate content that I will be releasing at the end of this week during the London session time. So if you want to watch that, make sure you stay connected by subscribing to the channel, pressing the bell button. All right, so let's see now, because here in this channel I post a lot of content every day and every weekend. So to help you in trading, I get a lot of feedback from all of you from the comment section, and that's make me motivated to stay, to stay motivated to create more content, more analysis and all the things that I have learned, everything I'm ready to give. Make sure that you stay connected by subscribing and also pressing the bell button. So here you see that gold from the weekly, this is the weekly candle. So there are some zone that I have drawn. Gold might test and reverse 50% high, and the other zone is this one. This is the extreme liquidity zone from that 20 EMA. So we will be looking to find an entry opportunity from all those level. As soon as we will find an entry, we will be looking to enter. Now looking at the daily, we see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily candle, previous day, a long week candle. Now today so far we see the market is still showing bullish momentum. All right, from the daily, from the 1 hour, 15 minutes and 5 minutes, we see that gold is showing potentially downtrend. Now you see the 15 minutes candle, after breaking this high, it's now started to drop. All right, so before the 4-hour candle close, we might see that the market is, let me see how it is evolving. All right, so this is very, very important that I want to see this market has broken well below to have an entry opportunity. So let me know which way you think that gold is gonna be heading in the next move. What's your opinion? I think that you see the form a double top, we might see further liquidity grab, and then we can expect for the gold to push up. This is a, if you look at the 1 hour chart on gold, this is a channel that the price is heading, right? And so you can't define it exactly, but what we saw that this is an impulse consolidation. For me to go long, I want to see a very long week candle like this, and then we can look for buying opportunity. All right, let it first close this 4-hour candle, and once we see this 4-hour candle closed, yeah, there's a chance of testing the lower week of the daily candle. Without testing the lower part of this daily week, it is not a good idea to go long, because the price definitely should test this level before creating any bigger movement, and then we can look for an entry based on the price action confirmation, based on the lower time frame price action confirmation. Okay, guys, how are you doing? Let me know in the live chat. Sharon, morning sir, Euro USD, how Gbpusd will be trading today? Gbpusd, that's what we are looking at. What I see that potentially Gbpusd showing primarily bullish, but let's see how the candle close. It will be retest level on Gbpusd. Absolutely. Good morning. NFP, yeah, NFP week coming. That's a very good week coming up, and we will be definitely will have some good trade in the upcoming week. Question: when there is a bank holiday at the day today, GBP UK bank are off, how much that will affect in the currency GBP? Thanks in advance. Okay, Omar, the first thing, let's say if you have a GBP like the UK bank holiday, it's almost the same for all currency, because let's say GBP, all right, now it doesn't mean that Bank of England always trade on GBP, all right. Bank of America can trade on GBP, or maybe Australian bank can trade on GBP, all right. So it is not necessary that a bank specifically trade on only one currency, because like as a retail trader, they also do the same thing, all right. It's all about the trading opportunity arising in the market. So it doesn't affect specific currency, but if there is a low volatility, it will have in all the currency pair that you will see. If there is a high volatility, it will equally impact all the currency pairs. So it depends on depending on the session, depending on many other factors. But definitely we'll get, see, there are in a very holiday season, for example in December also, you see a lot of volatility in the market. So in a specific region, there won't be much difference. Even there is a bank holiday, is still the institutional trader trade. The proof is that if you look at the weekend, okay, now why does the weekend gap occur? Do you know that? Can you let me know why does weekend gap occur? How many of you are on that point? Let me know, then I will move forward next. Okay, so if we look at this market, let me see. Okay, so gold in 14 minutes is closing. So look, this price action for me, it's a bullish price action, okay, and we can expect for the price to, I think, for some more time to remain bullish, okay. Okay, so all right, let me explain to that point. It's a very important point. No idea. Okay, trading activities. Okay, very good. Okay, so the reason the weekend gap, this one is a weekend gap on gold. You see that this is a weekend gap. Today gold open with a gap here, and then the bullish we have placed, like airport is still running that. Okay, so the reason that mainly the weekend gap occur is because of the trading activities by the institutional trader. So even there is a bank holiday, still everyone trades. So the reason weekend gap occur is because of the institutional trader. For us, for retail trader, in the weekend it's off, but for institutional trader, they still can trade on even over the weekend. And because of that, this weekend gap occur, you see that all the time. Now if they're trading on the weekend also, so even there is a bank holiday, still there is a trading going on. There is a reason behind it. Let me tell you. See, when there is a holiday, is actually holiday from the job, from the work, not from trading. Why? Because imagine that a bank investing 200, let's say 100 billion, like $1 billion as an example, okay, it's a big investment, right? It's a big trading. Now when they open a position on a $1 billion or $100 million, they're not gonna close the door and go for a holiday leaving that trade on, because it's a big money and the market is moving, right? For example, Bank of England has closed the door, placed the trade, gone for a holiday, and there was a market crash and they lost all this $100 million. And they're not gonna do that, right? So because of that, their trading floor is always on and they always keep trading, either bank holiday or no, it doesn't matter. So that's why you see that volatility always happen and they're not gonna stop trading even there is a holiday, because as long as the market is on, they are trading also on. For example, Bank of England has traded GBP USD and placed a buy order, and then they went for a holiday, but GBP is not moving, but USD had a big strengthening, right? Even GBP is not moving. If the USD got stronger, GBP USD will drop and they have a big loss. So because of it's a matter of a finance, so it's always on. So this is the main thing here. Yes, when everything is off, for example during the Christmas season or in December, there's a low volatility, but still you'll see the market is moving. So this is why it is important that you understand. I hope that you got that point, and let me know if you still have any confusion. This week is the end of month and the beginning of the next month. Yes, no, absolutely. This week is the end of month and beginning of the next month, and also there is NFP week coming. So let's see. Good morning, thank you very much. Good morning. Going down for 1909 and 1920. Okay, William, down till session. I don't have a position. Okay, very good. Thank you. Market is open before the end of the weekend, but we couldn't trade it. Some can trade, but yeah. So institutional trader, they can trade anytime. They even can trade over the weekend. So let's see now on GBP USD and other. Let's quickly look at the GBP JPY, and then we'll be looking back to gold again. Now GBP JPY, if we look at the daily. Now from the daily perspective, we see that GBP JPY is again showing bullish momentum. All right, now the way I see GJ today so far, we have seen that there is a significant bullish momentum has occurred on GJ. If we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, you see this is the weekly candle. The past week has formed a long week candle. All right, this is a red candle. So far we have seen the price has reached a zone where this zone I called a price station. See, why did I mark that? Is because this is where we could see GBP JPY coming back down again to test the lower week of the weekly candle. See, this is a very what I can say that unknown information. See, let me make it separately. This is a weekly candle, right? Candle like that. Now why do we look at this candle from the multi-time frame perspective? There is only one reason, is to see in relation to the weekly candle where the price is. For example, let's say this is a green candle or any red candle. If it is a green candle in an uptrend, the price is here exactly to that point from the weekly. In that situation, in an uptrend, I will look at the lower time frame for a potential buy opportunity. This is why we look at the weekly candle. Now if the price is here on the middle of the long week, all right, we could look for, let's say here, I'll look for potential buy opportunity. If you look at this, the price in relation to this green candle, the price is here. Based on lower time frame price action, I'll look for buy opportunity. These are very important zone, and this zone that I called a price station, where we could see the price is getting rejected or getting reversed. Okay, if you want to know more about price station, I have created a separate lesson for this. I will be posting on the channel for all of you to understand it. It will be an incredible lesson you will not find anywhere. So make sure that you stay connected by joining the free Telegram channel, because I will post there too, and also by subscribing to the channel, pressing the bell button, so that you are not missing out any of this content. Now we see that with that said, from the weekly perspective, if you look at the Gbpusd, you can see that this is the resistance line here, and from that resistance we see the price. From that level we can expect a rejection, and I think that with that said, we could see Gbpusd coming down to test the lower week of the weekly candle. Now from the daily, we see this is the daily candle. A doji so far has created an initial move. We can expect for the price to come down and then to go back up again. This is the level that I have drawn, which is if the price is going up first, then certainly we could see there is no certainty in trading. It's all about probability. So high probability that the price we will see that coming back down and then going back up again. So if you look at the 4 hour, we can see that this is a very important resistance level. Now for me, what I think that Gbpusd is going to do, we could see an upside, breaking the high, gathering liquidity, and then coming down. So if we see that GJ has broken the high, created a long wick candle, I will look for selling opportunity on Gbpusd. Let's see how it does. Okay, as soon as we will see that, we'll be looking to enter. Now keep in mind guys, as I mentioned earlier, we'll go back to gold again. Trading is probability. Okay, this is the point that many traders fail to understand, is in fact what is a probability. Let me tell you. So first of all, let me see this lower time frame price action on gold. We see that there is a bounce. Let me see if there is an entry on gold. We see that there is a rejection from here, and with that rejection we see that gold so from that zone you see this is a potential. After this liquidity grab, the bulls couldn't make a high. Now it is coming down. As I mentioned, from the daily, I want to see that the market has tested the lower wick on the daily. You see that lower high on the daily, there is another lower high. We might see now a retest of this daily long wick candle here. All right, let's see how it goes. It's still in a sideway, not in a very good place for this potential movement. As soon as we will find an entry, we'll be looking to enter. Now the thing that we are talking about guys, that trading is probability. Okay, why you need to know that fact? Because our brain works our brain look for certainty, and that's why it is sometimes very hard for some trader to trade, is understanding the probability and certainty. Let me tell you, this will change your mind. This will, trust me, this will change your trading account. This will change your trading career if you know that what is a probability, what is certainty. Because if you know that probability, you know that how to trade. Because when there is a certainty, there is something different. For example, you are in this area, there is a zone where you know that, let's say there is a underground and there is a treasure under this ground, and you are here. If you know that 100% sure that there is a treasure underneath, and you're certain about it, right? Now if you have a treasure that where you can have, let's say $10 million, you can get the treasure completely from here to travel. Let's say you need $1,000 to pay, you know, for the travel cost. You're gonna do this immediately because you know that if you cost this $1,000 for this travel, you get this $10 million from that treasure. That's certainty. You know that that's gonna happen. But what if the probability to get there, you don't know either there's a treasure or no, but to get a $10 million probability is only, let's say, 0.2% as an example. What does then you need to understand? Now you need to calculate, should you spend $1,000 to go there, or you should spend $500 to reach there based on the probability of getting that treasure. That is why it is important that you understand the probability in trading. Once you know that, then you know that how to do the risk management so that you can become a profitable trader. Now if you understand probability, you can take trading as a career, because there is a lot of now, you know, investor to invest on you, on your skill. It's the easiest job that you can do once you know that how to trade based on the probability. How many of you are sure about the probability? Let me know in the live chat, guys. I want to see that you guys are understanding that point of probability. What is a probability in trading? Answer this question in the live chat, guys, and then we'll discuss more. And I'll take a 30 seconds break. Coming back. Okay, so let me see how many of you have forgotten. Gold has bounced off the sloping daily trend line. Yeah, we see that bounce on the, so still you see this market on gold is, it's in a little bit of in a sideways movement, but I think that we could see downside now at the moment. Okay, and then we might see that very highly likely that we will see first of all a breakdown and then trending to the upside, which what I'm expecting, because without proper breakdown we might not see that the price is again trending to the upside. The chance to win the trade, okay, Hogo, the chance to win the trade in base on the data 50-50 you must have, can have yeah, you understood, Hogo, the to use the probability. Okay, to use the probability, you understood. Let me give you the actual example of probability based on you know, a scientific way to understand it. You know, there is a scientist called Schrodinger. All right, Schrodinger said that he have got a thought experiment with a cat. So according to quantum physicist Schrodinger, that it's called a thought experiment or cat experiment, whatever you want to say. So if there is a box and you put a cat on the box, okay, and then once you put that cat on the box, you lock the box, and now if you ask what is the probability for the cat to be alive, or the answer will be, let's say, is the cat or is dead or alive. That's the answer. Okay, now let me know in the live chat. Let's say put a cat on the box. All right, you put a cat on the box and after a couple of hours you has come down. Now if you are asked a question that is the cat is dead or alive, what will be your answer? What will be the answer if the cat is dead or alive? All right, this is the probability you need to understand, not general. So once you know that, your brain will know how to trade, and then you can become a profitable trader, because you need to understand the probability based on the actual fact. So once you okay, very good, thank you. However, probability only works for number of trades. Yeah, okay, so here is the answer. Let's say once you saw that if you are asked this question that if a cat, I don't know, cat digital, very good answer, 50-50. Okay, now the answer for this, according to Schrodinger, that I will explain how the probability works, is that the cat is dead and alive at the same time. Can you understand this answer? This is where, if you understand this answer, then you understand probability. If it doesn't make sense to you, that means that it's all like that. Everyone, we think in terms of certainty. Now if the answer is the cat is dead and alive at the same time, does it make any sense to you? See how the probability works? You see, so even see, it's a 50-50. That's how we, even if you say that, let's say it's a 50-50, it's still, it is a certainty. How can you say that it's a 50-50? If you, let's say, if you say that it's a 50-50, that means that you are still putting certain number in it. All right, that means that you are saying that either it's dead or it's alive. You are going to a conclusion. So this is where the probability works. But according to probability, the cat is dead and alive at the same time. Once you comprehend that, then your brain will get a program for a probabilistic decision. Because when you say that 50-50, that means that you are still going to a number where either you are saying black or it's white, but black and white at the same time. And that's where you get freedom, because see, when you understand this, that something can happen at the same time. See, what is the number and probability? Let's say if you it's not that kind of hypothesis, it's the probability. But let's get to that point. Let's say, how does brain work? If you say that let's say 50% probability or 50-50, is that when you put a number or go to a conclusion, then our brain wants to create a sense behind it, or to make a decision based on certainty. Why? Because when you say 50-50 probability, then what will happen is that when you want to take a trading decision or make a trade, you know that you still have a 50% probability to win, so you take a trade that is not there. Now how does it work to the cat is dead and alive at the same time? Similarly, when you know that when you are opening a position, you might be losing and winning at the same time. This is the probability. Now does it make sense to you? Let's say you open a position, all right, and now if I tell you, you took a trade, for example, you say that, okay, I'm gonna go long from here, all right, you put your stop loss, you take profit is here, right? Now if you say that I have a 50-50 chance, then your brain thinks in terms of certainty. Your brain certain that there will be 50% probability to go to the trade to the profit target. So then you tend to take a risk, everyone like that. But what if I tell you that your trade is winner and loser at the same time? Can you make sense to it? And then your decision making will completely change. The trade that you have taken, no matter how much your risk to reward, is a trade winner and losing at the same time. All right, so that means that any trade that you open, there is an element of losing behind it. When you think in terms of certainty, you think that the trade will work out in your favor. This is how the brain works. But when you think in terms of probability, you take into consideration that there is an element of losing trade in the winning trade, and also there is an element of winning trade in the losing trade. So that's where you, every trade that there is a risk involved in it, you know that. That's why we tend to do the risk management when you understand the probability. I hope that you got it. There are more things in it that we will be discussing in terms of, in fact, the reality itself is a probability. The universe works in terms of probability. Everything is based on probability. So that's why there is no certainty in this universe. Everything it's a probability. So it is important that, you know, if you are trading, you should do proper risk management always and take the trade based on proper strategy and back tested proven result. But at the same time, you know that this is gonna be a losing and winning trades at the same time. So with that said, let's see where we can find the next opportunity. From the 1 hour chart on gold, we see that there is a bounce after this doji here, and let's see if we can find an entry here. We saw this is a multiple times the price is gathered liquidity here. So you saw at 1917 the price at if we look at the lower time frame, so you saw that on the 4 hour time frame on gold, there are back-to-back two double dojis with a higher high, okay, and higher low, which is a bullish price action. And as soon as this market opened here, we saw that the price has gone up. I think that now we found a potential zone where you can look for trading opportunity on gold. I think the price will try to break this low, and that is where we can find an entry opportunity for this potential movement to the upside on gold. Now from this double doji, what we saw that the price left an imbalance here in the lower part of this long wick, where we can look for entry opportunity on gold. And if we look at the 15 minutes, we can see how the market is evolving in that zone. Okay guys, so let's see how we can find it. I think that the market now, it gathered liquidity, we should see some upside, but before that we want to see that it again tested this level here from the 1 hour. After this doji, there is a, in the first 15 minutes, a bounce. We can expect now the price come down to test this 20 MA and then to have a bounce. There is a long wick you see on the 1 hour chart, and we could see that the price is going up to fill that long wick from the longer term perspective. Okay guys, let me know. Yeah, thank you for that. William, yeah, absolutely, thank you for that. Good morning, Gopi, thank you for joining. Okay, so with that said, let's see. We see gold is trying to create a bullish momentum, and you see there is a back-to-back two dodges on the lower time frame. I will be waiting for the price to come down here and then to give us an entry. For me, the price is doing exactly as expected. There's a gap opening and the price action is potentially bullish. Any liquidity gap from the support will give us entry opportunity. Fred, hello coach. Dollar yen on sell. Okay, good morning crypto Chris, thank you very much. Okay, so let me look at dollar yen, and then I was looking at that one. So we see the dollar yen from that resistance line that we expected from the daily. This is the daily resistance line, and from that zone you saw the dollar yen have had a bounce. Now if we look at, let's say this is the first day of trading week, a weekly candle. Now this is the weekly resistance line on dollar yen. From that zone we see the price started to drop. I think that we might see dollar yen coming down again to break the weekly low. Now why? Because if you look at this current weekly candle, it triggered liquidity from here, has gone up, and we see that from that level the price has broken the high, and from that zone we saw the price started to drop. Now what I think that dollar yen, if it continues to drop, in that case we might see the dollar yen coming down again, breaking this low, which is very high probability. From the daily we see the price is trying to come down again. Now from the lower time frame, from 4 hour, back to back 3 rejection narrow, I think dollar yen we might see that the price may continue to drop, and it even break this low, and it could do that. If it started to drop, in that case we might see the dollar yen coming down to this support level, all right, and dropping back before the monthly close along the zone, and then making its trend to the upside. So with that break, as I mentioned, it's all about probability. With that break we could see that from the weekly the price has broken the low, has come down and created an imbalance or inhomogeneity or unhomogeneity. What do I mean by this is that if you look at this trend line, it's a homogeneous, right? It's a very predictable trend line. All right, now we could see that the price coming down and breaking this low and then trending to the upside, which is a probability to happen on dollar yen. So with that said, we can expect on dollar yen to come down. Let me see where. So this is a, you can see this is a resistance line here, and from that resistance the price couldn't create a new higher high. So there is a very high probability that the price may come down here. All right, create an inhomogeneity and then likely to break to the upside. So if I give you an example of that, what it could do, this is where you will see that some very bigger trade. You see that the price has created this kind of imbalance and then it started to drop. So what do I mean by this? For example, you see that the market, let's say, maintaining a line, okay, coming back here, going up, coming back here, going up, coming back here, going up, and then you will see this is what happened, and then it's prepared for a bigger move. This is what I called an inhomogeneity, or the way you want to say it. It's basically disturbing the regular rhythm, gathered liquidity, and then moving towards its long-term direction. So there is a probability, but it's still it's maintaining the local uptrend. So we could see that the price is still maintaining the trend, but we could see that preparation for a drop. Now how do you see the preparation? If we see that it is gathering the liquidity, market structure is still locally bullish, but if we see the change of market structure, gathered liquidity, and with the price action confirmation, we can look for this potential downside on dollar yen. All right guys, thank you for joining. Coach US100 and US30. Petty, good morning. Thank you very much for joining this live session. So let me see on gold again. We see that potential upside. Okay, so from here, okay, so you still see that it's trying to create a bullish momentum, gathered liquidity here, tested the 20 EMA. We can expect for an upside. So this is the 1 hour candle. You can see still 40 minutes remaining for this candle. Anytime we could see the price is breaking down again to test the 20 EMA, or at least coming back to this support level. We can look for buying opportunity for this upside movement on gold. Okay guys, I hope that you're enjoying. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. If you want to learn the strategy that I am trading every day, and also receive all the trades that I am opening in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, as with the last week of the month and the NFP week, we are expecting to have some very good trading opportunity. You can join us. There is a link in the description area, the first link, and also you can find the link at the top of the chat. Once you are on the website, click join now button, then you will be able to join to be part of trading community, where you will be accessing all the trading tools that I have, including this TF strategy indicator that I'm using to trade the market every day. And also you can see all the trade that I'm opening with entry, stop loss, and take profit. You can be part of a VIP chat group. Any question you can ask me anytime. So link below this video and also link at the top of the chat. Make sure you check out the website if you want to speed up your learning and growing as a trader. DXY broke below 104. Let's quickly look at that. Okay, we see that DXY is the price action has formed on DXY, which is a bearish price action. See guys, keep in mind that there are some ways that you can read a reversal pattern. There are a couple of ways the market reverse. When the market trend is your friend until it, as long as you are trading. Now once you see that the market is trending, there are a couple of ways the trend reverse. So one way is a strong movement to the upside, immediate rejection to the downside, and then consolidation and then drop, right? So there's one. Another way is the trend reverse with a reversal pattern such as a head and shoulder or a double top and then break to the downside. Now this is a very common trend reversal, a strong impulse with a very long candle, an immediate rejection, and then consolidation and then drop. So you see, this is what happening with DXY. You see that this trend was very long time. The price was creating series of higher high and higher low, and then finally we saw this strong impulse, immediate rejection, consolidation. Now we can expect a drop. Now from that zone we can expect a short-term drop to the support level, or even breaking this low. All right, so we still can expect downside on DXY that will leave gold to the upside, and euro dollar, Gbpusd, and a USD to be to the upside. Let's see euro dollar how it is doing. Now starting with the daily time frame, I will do a complete multi-time frame analysis on euro dollar to see where we can expect for long term to see that euro dollar is heading. Now before I progress guys, if you are trading, then make sure that you trade with a regulated broker. The broker that we recommend is EverTrade. They are regulated. Your capital is in the safe hand, award-winning broker. And there is a link below this video on the description area for EverTrade. And also I give you a link in the live chat. You can click the link and then you can register for free, and then you can use that bonus code. If you're in an eligible country, you get 20% bonus on your account. So I would recommend you to do that. If you are looking to trade with a regulated broker, you can trade with a minimum account of $100 or even $1,000 or even a $500 account. So you can do that. Link given in the live chat. There are no commission brokers, so you are 100% safe. Yeah, you want wait for a consolidation crypto. Okay, let's see. Let me see the euro dollar, and then we'll go back to gold again. Now euro dollar, if we look at the weekly time frame on euro dollar, we can see that from the weekly, quite a few weeks of very strong bearish drop. Now here is the key points to look at, is that with this drop the price has broken the swing low. Now if you look at all my analysis in the past, this is what I was over and over is telling, that euro dollar is likely to break the swing low, and then we could see that the market is reversing. It has done that. Why? Because below this level is liquidity. Why do I pronounce that word more and more? Is because liquidity is the fuel of the market. This is how the market moves, and the price moves from liquidity to liquidity. Seeing the unseen is the most important part of trading that many traders don't see. That this is also not only in trading, in our daily life we in fact miss that point. In this materialistic world we only believe in the things that we see only, okay, but more often our life is governed by the things that we don't see. If you can see the unseen, then you can take control over your life. No matter who you are, you can create the life that you want to create. Now you might say, what, I am not seeing that unseen. See, no matter you are doing you are unemployed, you are employed, or you have a job, you doesn't have a job, you're trading or not trading, as long as you are a human being, okay, you have a brain in the front, you have a mid brain, you can create anything you want, you can experience anything you want. You might say, okay, are you crazy? Am I experience that the holiday that I want? It's not a dream, it's the reality. See, everyone can experience that you want to experience. This is the reality. Then how do you do that? Very easy, by seeing the unseen. See, there is a famous artist, he said that anything you probably can imagine is real. Imagination is the power that given to the human being, that you need to understand that how you can imagine. So you might say, okay, I'm imagining, but still I'm not creating that what I'm wanting. The reason is 98% of what we think, imagine, is unconscious. So what do I mean by unconscious? Imagine that according to science, a human being thinks 70,000 thought in a day, right? How many thought you can remember that you have thought? What did you thought in that $70,000? There are different layers of mind. Imagine that there is a deep blue ocean, okay, the top layer, middle layer, there is another layer, there is another layer, there's a deep layer. The mind also has this kind of layer that the thinking happens. So the deepest layer that we have, we cannot comprehend what we are thinking. That comes from a very early age, programming, social conditioning, and this is where we need to work on to see the unseen so that you can create that anything you want. The first thing, that obstacle, the block our to create anything in our life is the belief. Imagine that I told you, okay, you're gonna make $10 million next year. Now how many of you can believe on that notion? If I tell this at a 4-year-old kid that you're gonna make $10 million next year, he started to plan for his toy, because he's gonna make $10 million next year, so he'll plan all his birthday toy that he wants to buy. Why? Because he believe in it and then he plan it. Now how many of you can plan on that $10 million? This is where the conditioning comes. When you can believe in anything like a child and then act on it, you can create that life that you want to create, because it's the way it works. So everything and everyone can achieve anything, but due to the conditioning and programming, we are not, we cannot reach that point. So how does it work? For example, if you have if you are experiencing, let me give you a easiest formula to do that. Very easy, that you can apply tomorrow, either in trading or anything that you want to experience in life. See, very easy. This universe is an ocean of energy, right? Think in that way. So, and we are human, we are also energy. Now how do you, so once you connect your energy is directly connected with the universal energy, you can experience any reality that you want. Let's say you have a radio, all right? In that radio, there are some channel. You want to listen 98.4%, not 4%, 98.4 FM, right? So what you do, you just tune into that 98.4% and you start to listen all the music that you have. Now, if you want to tune 105 FM, what you need to do, just move the channel, rotate it, and it's gonna play out for you, right? Reality is like this. Anything you want to experience, you need to tune into that reality. Now, how do you tune into that reality? Before you tune into that reality, you need to know which reality you are in currently, which is you are in 98.5 or 105. So this is where. Now, to do that, what you need to do is very simplest way to understand is that our energy is in. So once you know how to create, how to increase or change your frequency from the station that you are in to the desired frequency, it becomes just a matter of easy. Like you can do it in a very easiest way. So then what is the method that you can do it? Very simple. What you need to do is attention, all right? Awareness. See, in this moment, in this same time, all the possible scenario that you need to experience, what you want to experience, exist at the same time. It's the probability that I said that in the quantum field is exist at the same time. Then how do you tune into that? I'll give you exercise. Let me see how many of you, I'll remember this date. Today is 28th of August. I'll ask you on 28th of September, 30 days challenge, and you can do anything you want. What do you need to do? Forget about everything that is not going right. Just every morning wake up and then write down in a piece of paper or put a journal that on that day, before you go to sleep and when you wake up, before you go to sleep, and then 2 times. So before you go to sleep, what you're gonna do is just forget about what has gone wrong, what happened in the world. Just focus on 10 things in your life for that day that you are really appreciate. Okay, for example, you did a, you are walking on the street and you found a pedestrian, his wallet has fallen out, and you told him that, okay, your wallet has fallen down, so it's a good job you did, so you appreciate. So you'll write it down on the piece of paper, and then you write down anything, find out something that makes you, it's really you did a very good job on the day, and then sleep with that feeling of very happy, appreciated, grateful. Sleep on that and then wake up and do the same thing. Do it for 30 days and dramatically your life will change. No matter who you are, what you are doing, you're gonna create the life, you're gonna get anything you want in your life without any doubt. So this is how you can create anything. You can tune into that reality that you are really looking for. How does it work? It's very simple. Is when you do that, what happened in the brain, that the brain cannot understand the difference between giving and receiving. So once you see that, you say that, okay, I'm going to receive all of that. So every day when you are writing in a piece of paper that what you really did good job on the day, so what's happening is that you are giving, you're opening to the possibility of receiving, all right? And then in a very short period of time, you start to receive enormous abundance and you start to see a completely different reality. That's how you can create anything. You can go anywhere because the attention goes where the energy goes. So when you put your attention, the energy goes there. So when you put your attention to the things that going in the right direction, you are doing great, you are feeling very well, and then your energy will be directed to that point, and then you started to experience that lifeline, which is the fastest way to create the life that you want to create. Any question, let me know in the live chat if you have any different opinion or anything like that. Thank you very much, Dr. Chris. Yes, that's yeah, very good. That's where patience comes in. Thank you very much. Welcome. Good morning, coach, and also everyone here. Bro, what's up? I need to ask some question. Yes, absolutely. You can go to the live chat, Crypto Chris, and on the website, Isa will be able to give you that. I should not share in publicly the contact detail. You can go to that on the anyone want. You can go to the website live chat. Isa will be able to give you what you need. Okay, so let's see now on euro dollar. Now you can see that euro dollar is what we see from the euro dollar perspective is, if you look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily support level that we are discussing on euro dollar. Now from the monthly, this is the monthly last week of the month, we have seen that on euro dollar, this is the long bearish candle so far on the monthly has dropped, and with the drop so far the price has created a long wick candle, right? Now what we see that from this long wick candle on euro dollar, this is the support level, and I think that we might see some bounce from that level. Now if you look at the weekly perspective, we can see that from the weekly, as I mentioned, it has broken this swing low, and with that break from this swing low, the price has created here overextended. This is the support level here, and with that support, the price now started to break to the upside. Now if we look at this daily perspective, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily time frame on euro dollar, and I think that depending on the price action confirmation, it's still in a downtrend. The price is going up for a pullback. Let's see on the lower time frame. Now here is the key points. The reversal also happens in the similar fashion. Okay, there is a drop, and you can see the price now here, it is in a sideways, and we could see that euro dollar, even it is possible for the price to have a reversal, because if you look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, the price has broken the swing low. There is a liquidity gap here, and from that liquidity gap, we can expect for a deeper pullback, or even we can expect now the price to go back up to the resistance level. Now from the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective also the price has broken the swing low. Now we cannot guess that the price is going to have a reversal, but if we see that the price action confirms, here is the doji, the price so far, this pattern that what we see is a reversal pattern, and we can expect for the price to move towards the upside. So we see that liquidity is where the unseen part of the chart that we discussed, and liquidity is where the market is fueling for a bigger move. Now here is the doji, back to long wick candle gathered liquidity. There is a probability for euro dollar to make its move towards the upsides, right? So let's see how it does. As soon as we will find an entry, we will be looking to enter. Patience is the key. Starting of the week, I really want to see a great trading week this week also. As soon as we will see that, we will be looking to enter. Good trading opportunity when it comes to play. Now here is the gold, we have come back to it. Now from the 1 hour, we saw that after breaking the high, it's coming down again. So let's see where we can find that entry opportunity. All right, so from the 55 minutes, Okay, I want to see that it has in fact broken all this low and then has given us that entry opportunity for this upside on gold. You see the price again, that's why we are cautious about entry. You see it's a sideways. You cannot take a bigger trade based on this kind of choppy market. We need to see that a clean breakdown and then giving us that potential entry opportunity in this market. Alright guys, I hope that you're enjoying. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. Please look at gold. Yeah, awesome, nice way to have good energy and good decisions. Yes, absolutely, thanks for that. Yeah, this is the main thing here. See, this is a big missing point of the puzzle is to we need to integrate the material and the non-physical together to make things happen, because everything you see, there are two aspects to it. Okay, everything you see in this physical world has two aspects to it. One is seen, the other one is unseen. One is Newtonian physics, the other one is the quantum physics. So let's say Newton's third law. What is the Newton third law, second law, first law? Will be applicable only when it is a matter or it is an object that you can see. But when you go to the subatomic level where the Newton's law will not work. So how does it work? Is the quantum law where everything is infinite in nature and there is no separation in it. Okay, so that's why the separation occurs on the physical level, but when you go to that level, you can't see that in that separation. There is no separation in it, and this is where you can create anything when you understand it. So okay, coach, reversal in forming in gold, I think. Yep. From gold, if you look at gold, still it's not forming that reversal. It's still maintaining that bullish structure. If you look at, for me, this is the 1 hour chart. As you can see, the price is maintaining series of higher low, and what we see that in that zone, for me, the below this 1 hour candle, there is an imbalance here, and with that imbalance, highly likely that we could see the prices coming down, breaking this low, and then we can expect for this potential upside on gold. Okay, so here is the structure. You can see it's consolidating. Very highly likely that you could see a break to the downside. Okay, coming well below, and then it is trending, because if you look at the daily, you can see that in fact this market from the daily created series of higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. So it's a lower high. Okay, so from the daily it created a lower high, and here you see this long wick has not been tested. So there is a big bullish candle, a long wick candle, both of them controlled by buyers. So sellers has not tested that zone, so you could see that this imbalance coming down, feeling that imbalance, and then you look for buying opportunity in that market based on the price action confirmation. How to put Fibonacci properly, very good. I will be discussing that. I agree, coach, it is not advisable to trade on consolidation. We need to see break and retest on those zones. Yes, absolutely, very good point. Yep, so this is where the patience come. You see the market trends 30% of the time, and 70% of the time the market ranges, and because of that, patience is needed to wait for the market to break down. And also you cannot comprehend when the market is breaking down. That's why it is important that you look at the market to see the proper price action confirmation. You can use the alarm system on TradingView. If you, and also there is an also MetaTrader 4, you have alarm system that you can use to notify you. And that's why it comes to the joining Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Also, if you don't have time to watch the chart when the market is giving or breaking down, also you can join us. I do share all my trade that I am opening with all the members that trading with us. You can find the link below this video, the first link. Visit the website and then click join now button. You will be able to join, access everything that we have, all the trades that I'm opening, all the strategy that I'm using, and also you can access all the trading tools that I'm using to trade the market. So I'll recommend you to do that so that you can access everything. Thanks for that. Okay, how to find time frame in that Fibonacci? Okay, so Fibonacci, okay, very simple Fibonacci to use. For example, if we look at if you take any market, so when do you first of all use Fibonacci? When the market in a pullback. Okay, so let me give you an example. Especially higher time frame is good to use the Fibonacci. If you look at the US30, looking at the monthly or NASDAQ. Okay, now if you look at this instrument, what we see that this is the monthly candle, right? Now, how do you use Fibonacci? First of all, to use Fibonacci, you need to know that an impulse, all right? And then there is a correction, all right? Now, what is a Fibonacci in fact, all right? Say Fibonacci is a retracement tool, but if I go out of the topic, then Fibonacci is a sequence, okay? And when you look at the Fibonacci, you understand actually how the time works. Time is not linear. Time is not linear, and that's why there is a lot of fear works in us, which is also in trading, because when you look at the time linear, you experience fear. Fear is a very detrimental to your growth. As a, if you want to be successful in anything, that you need to overcome fear. So how does the linear time induce fear in us? Let's look at that. Say let's say you born in 1990, all right? And now since we born, we project it outwardly in the future that let's say will be our life will be at, let's say, 2060. This is the end of our life now, but time is not linear. Okay, we don't see, the mind comprehend in that way because we are taught that way. Now if you think the linear way, then there is a fear, because we don't want to the end of this time. Okay, we want to be forever. But if it is a the reality is the it's a like this. Fibonacci is an infinite sequence where the time exists infinite. Okay, there is no end to it. So that is where the Fibonacci, it's a bit more complicated for the mind to comprehend, because we are trained our mind to think linearly. So when you think linear, then you see that actually there is a starting of the time, there is an end of the time. But can anyone answer when is the end of the time? That you will find that you are completely puzzled, and it's actually infinite. If you go to any kind of what is called a fractal or any kind of pattern, you'll see the pattern repeats. Okay, so it's a repetitive pattern that coming back and forth for an infinite period of time. And when you know that, then you know that actually how the reality creates, because the reality creates That's why everything exists in the same time. That's why all the things that you really want, all the holiday, house, bank balance is in the moment. Because if you look at the Fibonacci, then you know that actually there is no, it's not a linear that you need to go from here to there. When you live in that linear state of being, then you struggle in every aspect of our life, because we think that I need to do that to go there, and the future is there. It's not there, it's here and now. And this is where understanding that will liberate you, so that you can create the life that you really want to create. So with that said, that's the Fibonacci. Now if we apply in our trading from Fibonacci retracement, is like a pullback. So when you see a market starts from here with this impulse and then a correction, this correction is called the Fibonacci retracement. Now if you take your Fibonacci from, so you can use that default Fibonacci that you can find in your let's say in trading view without changing anything. You can use it from starting of this move to the end of the move. We can see that the market has created this impulse. You started to place it from starting of this move to the end of the move. We can see the market has, see how much pullback it has done, which is, there are a couple of Fibonacci level. You can see there is one, the first one is 38.2%, and then 50%, and then 61.8% Fibonacci level. Now this is considered as minimum Fibonacci level, and the other one is 50%, and the 61.8%, which is the golden ratio of Fibonacci level. Now when you see the market in a golden ratio, as a rule of thumb, trader believe that if the market crosses the 61.8%, it's a reversal. But I never trade only based on Fibonacci, because I add it as a confluence when I open position. This is how the real thing. Never trade based on Fibonacci, because it cannot be a strategy. I don't see that only Fibonacci can be a strategy. It's just an additional tool to see where the traders is thinking. Now why? Because you know, trading is all about the belief that others traders are thinking and doing. So the more confluence you add, the faster your result become, the more probability that you have to go in that direction. This is why we add a lot of confluence. Now the confluence, the most important confluence that I use is the liquidity, because this is the confluence that big boys, that such as hedge fund, institutional trader, they use in their trading. Okay, hope that you understood it. Make sure guys you like this stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. I see that view cross 1000. Thank you for that. And I will pause for 2 seconds so everyone have time to smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. That's awesome. Thank you for your support to the channel. Now we'll go back to the gold, where we see that the market again has come back to the baseline. So we see the market, you see the market is ranging. That's why I didn't open that buy position here, because it's still very much choppy, and we need to see that the market has broken all this low to gather significant liquidity. Thank you for that. Angry coach, it is not advised. Okay, thank you very much. Start here. Gbpusd, what's your analysis? Okay, thank you sir, thank you for that. Yep, awesome. Okay, thank you. All right, so looking at that perspective, we see that let me see quickly guys. We saw DXY is down. Let me see some of the minor pairs, that how they are evolving for our next trade. because we do open quite a few good trades with the minor pair. Last week you have seen the GBP CAD was a massive win, 3%, like this for the swing trades as well. Let me see that on the lower time frame how the market is evolving. Let's see HF. GBP JPY didn't move anywhere. I'll be quickly looking at all of them to see how it is doing. Euro GBP, Euro NZD, Euro dollar. Okay, so the market is still not making big move, but there is a it means that it's preparing for that big move, right? We can see that NASDAQ, dollar CNHS, NZD CAD, NZD CHF, NZD JPY. Okay, I'm just quickly looking at guys to see. So dollar yen, in all of them, what I see, the dollar yen, there is a probability for a reversal on dollar yen. Okay, now looking at the monthly, why? Because there is a monthly close coming, and the price has reached a very important level of resistance on dollar yen, and I think the dollar yen, we could see that the monthly close coming well below, so that could lead dollar yen even closing here as in that zone where there's a monthly opening and closing. It is possible. Still we see 2-3 days to go for dollar, monthly close. We see that Thursday is the last day of the month, and we could see that this monthly closing below with a long week candle. Now if we look at the weekly, in that case you see that that level is below the previous weekly low. And because one thing you need to understand, you see this is the weekly candle that closed past the previous weekly candles long week, and from that zone we see the market had a there is a probability for the market to break down to this level. If you look at the daily on this zone, we see that this is the daily resistance here, and from that resistance we can expect for dollar yen to come down to create a new lower low. So there is a probability if it reverse, in that case we might see the dollar yen coming down well below, or if it isn't reversing, then we might see that continuation. Now the way I see this price action, there is a probability for reversal. The only way I will take a reversal trade when I will see the market gathered liquidity. There should be liquidity trigger. You see this one like this, a strong liquidity grab. All right, you see this red candle has crossed almost 2-3 candles high, gathered liquidity. All right, and then we saw that this is where we see a very high liquidity grab. Whenever this one, same thing, you see there is a strong liquidity trigger and then had a big drop. So if you understand that, it becomes simply, okay, simplicity is the beauty of profitable trading, okay, and also the beauty of this universe. So make sure you always stay simple but profitable. Okay, here is the way the price action is evolving here on dollar yen. For me, looks to me that it's a reversal pattern. Before the monthly close, we might see dollar yen has broken all this low and then moving up again. So dollar yen is one of my favorite at the moment. We could see that the market is giving us that opportunity that we are looking at. Thank you. AUD news, yeah, there are a couple of news coming, not today, from tomorrow, so we should be able to see some very good movement on AUD pairs, including gold. If we look at the news calendar, we can see that from the news calendar perspective, there is a news coming tomorrow 5:40 p.m. in my zone. We will be covering that AUD news, and also in my zone same day dollar coming up, and also same day dollar, quite a few. So tomorrow, today are very volatile. Before the news also we see that very strong volatility in the market. All right, so let's see how it does. We'll be looking to enter as soon as we find that opportunity. So let me see that gold. We saw gold has broken that level that we discussed. You see it has come down to this 1 hour 20 EMA. Let me see, and still not showing very impressive bullish. Okay, so any kind of price action on the lower time frame for this movement will be looking to enter. For me, I will still be remaining bullish until I see that gold has changed its trend, which is less likely to happen. So any break will give us an entry opportunity for this potential movement to the upside on gold. All right, guys. So we see the news and news calendar that has given us an idea of which way the market is heading. So let me see that on some of the pairs. Let me see US30 and NASDAQ. Looking at the US30 from the daily, see there is a gap opening on US30. Now with that gap opening, what we saw that this market from this support level slowly creating series of higher low. Now if DXY is reversing, then we could see that NASDAQ and US30 also pushing high, getting reversed. That now this is why it is important to see how the market is evolving. Still we don't see clear direction which way the market might be doing. So that's why we'll be waiting for a confirmation based on the lower time frame. USD CHF. So on US30 here on the weekly, there is a doji. Previous week we have seen that there is a probability now US30 to go ahead and test the upper week of this weekly candle. All right, and then to drop. If we look at the daily, this is where we could see that potential upside here. And from the lower time frame, there is a long week candle. So here is a locally bullish. So any kind of break to the downside, gather liquidity will give us potential entry opportunity. WTI. Okay, so US30 and NASDAQ, we see that it's trying to create a pattern, a reversal pattern, not still fully ready yet. Now looking at the WTI, we see that US oil for me is potentially bullish. If you look at the weekly, we can see that there's a weekly long week. Now here, this is where the Fibonacci comes in play. If we take our Fibonacci from low to the high, you see that exactly at 38.2% Fibonacci level. This is how we gather confluence for an entry. Now from the weekly, there is a Fibonacci level, so we got a confluence. Another confluence is that you see above this middleman, this is a middleman, which is a breakout candle. This is the resistance turning support here and had a rejection. Another confluence is that the price just above the 20 EMA got rejected, and also an impulse correction. So pull back to 38.2% Fibonacci level, we can expect another impulse. So this is how we have confluence for this potential bullish move on WTI. Now here is the key points for me to look at is for the price to give me enough pullback, especially along this support level, to go long on WTI. Now you can see here on the lower time frame, there are quite a few long week candles, which is indicating a strong rejection. So any kind of drop giving another long week candle will give an entry opportunity for this potential move to the upside. So any trade that coming along the way, along with any trade, any instrument, I will be also opening. I love trading, and also I'll be sending it to the group as well, to the VIP group. If you want to see all the trade that I'm opening and also be part of trading community, you can join us. There is a link below this video, link in the description area, and also you can find a link at the top of the chat. Once you are on the website, you can click join now button, then you will be able to access all the trading tools, all the strategies, all the trades. And if you are our lifetime member, you can have access to lifetime. I will recommend you to join today using this link. Any question, don't hesitate to ask the live agent. She's there, will be able to help you any question that you have. So I have come back to gold, guys. Let's see where it is doing now. For me, the way you see, it's getting rejected from the top, so it is still potentially bullish, but I will be waiting for a local breakdown as we discussed, and then especially once it will break towards the downside, you look for buying. We see that there is a rejection. You see it's forming narrower candle. So once it will break, this is a locally bearish price action, but I will not be selling at the moment until I see a very clear liquidity gap from the top. We see the back-to-back 3 liquidity gap here. Let me see if there is any selling opportunity for short term. Okay, so I will be opening a sell position here from this level. I'll explain why I'm opening stop loss above this high, and I'll be targeting 2 to 1 risk to reward on this trade. And also I'll be sharing the same trade to the VIPs. I'll keep running even I'm not on live, so make sure guys you do the proper risk management when you are trading. So there is a probability for the price to have a local breakdown, and because of that I have opened that position, and also I'll be opening here in my account. Now what I see that here the price gathered liquidity many times, so we could see a short-term downside. Okay, the bulls completely failed to create a higher high. Instead we saw that there is a multiple times liquidity gap in that zone, which has given a very high probability for gold to drop. It's a probability, it may happen anything, but for me I have opened sell because I want to see that gold is coming down to giving us that profit that I need to create a profit starting of the week with I want to see that a profitable trade in the beginning of the week. So let's see, we'll keep that running. I might extend my live session a little more, so stay tuned guys. Let's see how it goes. As I mentioned, everything here is only for learning and growing. Make sure you always open in a demo account and also trade with proper risk management. All right, and also guys, first trade of the week, I want to see that this one is giving us a good profit. And make sure guys you like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and also if you are trading, make sure always you trade with a regulated broker. We recommend regulated broker, Trade. They are regulated. So there is a link below this video for Trade, below this video in the description, and also I can give you a link for Trade. I have given in the live chat, and there is a 20% bonus option available if you are in an eligible country. So you can click that link and then you can register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. So let's see here what we see, that there is a long week candle has broken all this support level on the lower time frame. So what we see that here, let me see, 15 minutes bearish, 1 hour. Yeah, so you see that there is a downside movement on the 1 hour, 4 hour also. So our TP is nearly at our 20 EMA, so which is a very probability for us to drop. And I want to see that guys, this one is giving us some profit starting of the week with some pip is very important for us, so that we can, you know, stay energized for the whole week. Here the price action to me is bearish. I'll give a shout out if I'm doing anything with the trade. Yeah, the market, on the lower time frame, there is a multiple times liquidity grab, and the market created a rejection from that level. So I'm expecting for the price to have a drop in that direction. So with that drop, even you could see that it's coming down to this support level. From the daily, we see the prices come down to the daily. This is the daily opening and closing. From that zone, let's see how it is doing. So this is the daily opening and closing. Unless it is trying to hunt, we should be able to see some downside movement. From the daily support, we see there's some bounce trying to come up, and the price had a bounce from the daily support. Let me see. So it created another liquidity candle. Let me see the 15 minutes here. So the price has tested the daily support, and let's see. We'll be holding. Okay, so here from the 50 minutes and from the, let me see the lower time frame, yeah, there is a, for me there is a probability for this drop, which we see that the price is again trying to create a red candle. Now if this one is closing as a bearish candle, then we could see that the market is coming down, which is we see that there is a potentially dropping. Now this candle is this red candle is quite important, because with that candle we'll be able to see that potential. If this one is closing as a red candle, then the next one we can expect it to come down. I have entered in my profit zone again. I will hold that for two times profit on that, and I want to take at least 2 times profit in the beginning of the week. Let's see, the way the price action I see, for me it's a potentially downtrend. Okay guys, stay energized, stay managed, and do not take a big risk on a single trade. I really want everyone to be profitable, to gain freedom as a trader. To do that, make sure that you always manage your trade, stay managed, don't take a big risk, always trade small, and then learn and grow as a trader. Keep risk management plan. If you don't have a risk management plan, let me know. I will also help you to develop a risk management plan. Trading money comes from risk management, comes from trade management, and that's how one become profitable as a trader. I hope that you are enjoying the live session. If you are enjoying, make sure you like this stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And if you want to learn the strategy that I am trading, gold, euro dollar, GBP USD, every instrument that I am trading, you can learn that today. There is a link below this video, and also you can find the link at the top of the chat. So if you want to see why I have opened this gold trade that is going in profit now, I'm almost nearly 1% profit, then I'll recommend you to join today. Link below this video, the first link, and also I can give you a mentorship link, website address. Once you are on the website, just click join now button and you will be able to join. Let me give you the address on the live chat. So this is the mentorship website address. Click join now button, and then you'll be able to access everything that we have, including all the trades that I'm opening in Forex Trading Wizard Academy Delhi. Thank you very much for joining and for your appreciation. So I want to see that the market is coming down, giving us the trade and the profit. Starting of the week, wanna stay warm up, stay warm, stay very energized with some profit. Let's see, always stay positive, but at the same time stay managed. Anything can happen in trading, okay? make sure that you anytime the trade might go to the profit target, but before that it might just make a spike because a very tight stop loss can take you out of the trade. So make sure always, guys, you always stay managed and do proper risk management. Put a stop loss with a smaller lot size. Okay, thank you very much for understanding. Vijaya, thank you very much, Vijaya, for joining us to this live session to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So let's see now on this what it is trying to do. We could see, yeah, we see that potential downside we can expect. I want to see that at least 2 times profit on that trade. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, coach. You taught me how to read the market. Ahad Khan, you are always welcome, and thanks for being here, supporting the channel. Kuldeep sir, I think DXY reversing, it means gold and other pairs will be bullish. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, PK coach. What's the difference using gold and gold chart on trading view? Which one is better? They all are same. I think they all are same. A different broker has a different name, but the same thing, because gold is basically against USD, so it's traded inverse to USD. You see that US versus gold. So basically we just so when you sell gold, you buy USD. When you buy gold, you sell USD. So very simple way to understand it. So let's see here on how the market is doing. How can I join the Telegram group? Dali, you can join the Telegram group very easily. So I can give you the link in the website, in the live chat. So once this is our website by our website. So once you go to the website, click join now button, and then choose the lifetime access if you want to access everything. Once you join, everything you will receive on your email. So I've given the link. I'll recommend you to join today. There is a very good time. So you see that there's a gap opening with a doji. Let me see how it is doing here. Let me see what's kind of price action it has formed on the 15 minutes. So from this there is a gap opening here. The price has broken that low. So I want to see that as this market here, you see on the 5 minutes with this doji gap opening, I'm expecting to have a drop or a breakdown, and that should give us the profit that we need. All right, let's see. I want to hold it for full profit target on this. Okay, do you take a small profit in areas where they believe in? Just Hector, it's completely subjective depending on, yeah, sometime we take, because if we see that, let's say the market has shown a complete reversal, then yeah, but in majority of the time we try to hold for bigger profit, but sometime it depends on the situation. That's why it is important that, you know, if you understand how the price action market structure works, it becomes much easier for you to understand, but it depends on the trade to trade. If we see that, let's say, very strong rejection, yeah, we do take make the break even or take partial profit, moving the stop loss at entry. So it depends on what kind of opportunity that we are looking at. Okay, so you mean that in trading view? Yeah, trading view sometime it shows the long wick You may not see that much of a spike on MT4, but that's fine. It depends because of the volatility or the spread. But if you are trading on MT4, I would say that the same thing. You can just follow any one of them. That's the same thing. It's not a big thing that you should be worried. If you are trading on MT4, you can follow the MT4 pricing. But the way I trade is I analyze everything I do on TradingView, but I trade on MT4, which is good. Okay guys, so I hope that you are enjoying. Make sure guys you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also if you want to join the regulated broker that I am trading gold and all the instrument, you can join, link below this video. And also there is a link I can give you on the live chat. Also you can click the link and then you can register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. Daily, yes, yes, I do crypto as well. I do crypto as well. All right. Thanks for that. So we see that the market now slowly coming down, and which is expected with this gap opening. This is the 5 minutes candle, which is also has crossed. So the market is gathering liquidity from the top, which is a high probability that we should be able to see that movement. Let's see. And yeah, let's see how it does. And guys, even the trade, we might even keep running for until the TP or until it resolves. So make sure you stay connected by joining the free Telegram channel. The link below this video, you can find a free Telegram channel link, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat for the free Telegram channel. You can click the link and then you can join free Telegram channel to stay connected with Forex Trading Wizard Academy. All the trade that we are opening, we keep update if we are not on live. And also if it is a live trade only, also you can receive all the free educational content that we are releasing from here. So here on the 5 minutes on gold, we see that the market, this candle on the 5 minutes, which is showing potentially so far bearish, but last moment we can see some break coming. Let me see. Okay, the 15 minutes we see that closed as a long week candle. Let me see how it is done. Okay, so the price action on the 15 minutes. Okay, so this trade I want to, guys, I did proper risk management. I did not take a big risk, and I want to keep the trade running for the full potential. Okay, I'll take either the full profit, okay, or to the SL, any one of them. Okay, I'll not be taking any compromising profit. Let's see, because I do the risk management, so make sure you do that too. And with that said, due to the time limit, now I will be ending the live session. I will keep that trade running. Any update that I will give you in the free Telegram channel. So make sure you join that free Telegram channel. Stay connected with us for everything. With that said, guys, I'm going to end the session, and I'll come on live again in the next live. I hope to see you there as well in the next live session with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy for the pre-London session and New York session live. So with that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you again in the VIP or in the next live.